Hello everybody, JDev has returned once again to give you exactly what you want. And of course that would be more of me, that amazing backdrop that's behind me, giving you my thoughts, my opinions, and hopefully in this particular video, some expert analysis on a certain topic subject. It's Thursday night, so of course I'm here to do my weekly recap of the newest episode of The Big Bang Theory. Before I do that, if you're not caught up on where Big Bang Theory currently is, then I highly suggest that you go back and watch all the episodes you're behind on, and then you can watch this recap video. But if you want to watch it anyway, so be it. You've been warned. So this is from Season 12, Episode number 22. I don't know if we have 1 hour-long episode left or 2 half-an-hour episodes left, but nonetheless, Season 12, Episode number 22, the Maternal conclusion. I really like this week's episode, so I'm just going to give you guys what I liked, what I didn't like, and my overall score of the episode. Let's start off with what I didn't like. And there wasn't a lot that I didn't like. They kind of had an interesting story develop with Leonard Hofstadter and his mom, Beverly Hofstadter. And it didn't get resolved at the end of the episode, and they kind of left us hanging, which cliffhanger into the series finale, so it only makes sense. But I would have liked to have seen that wrapped up. But nonetheless, that's the one thing I didn't like. But there's a lot of stuff I did like. Let's talk about the first thing. So Anu tells Raj that she got a job in England, or she got offered a management job in England, and Raj is like, okay, good, I'm going to come there and we're going to live happily ever after. And while he's at the airport, Howard Wolowitz shows up and tells Raj, if you love her, go do that. But if you don't necessarily think that's the right idea and you want to stay with your friends, stay. And Raj stays, and it's great because I think Raj will end up with one of his exes. Maybe that goofy-looking girl. I don't even remember what her name was. The redhead, or I don't even remember. So one of his exes he's going to end up with, I think. There's only 1 episode or 2 half-an-hour episodes left, but I think Raj is going to... That girl was just not the right. I'm glad, because I didn't like Anu at all. So that's what I liked. Raj is staying. He's not leaving the show for the last episode, which we didn't think that was going to happen anyway. So that was good stuff. I really like Miss Hofstadter, Beverly Hofstadter, in this episode. She pretended to care about Leonard. Well, we don't really know what's going on with her, as I said, but she was interested in what Leonard was done. Blew Sheldon off, which Sheldon couldn't believe. He was very flabbergasted by that. And then eventually she said something about writing a new book or something like that, and that pissed Leonard off. Then Leonard went to complain to Sheldon, and Sheldon's like, oh, well, then that makes a lot of sense, because she would never be mad at me, but it was just good stuff, Sheldon being Sheldon, not really caring how people's emotions are going and whatnot. So that was funny. Loved every bit of it. Great episode highlighting Leonard and Leonard's mom. And then, she's having interactions with Penny, and Penny's trying to talk her down, and it was good stuff. And then, of course, the end where they get a little emotional. Leonard says he forgives her for all her past criticisms or whatever she does to him, and then she breaks down, and it's very touching end of the episode. And what it did do is it left me wanting more. It's been a while since I've been really excited to watch an episode of Big Bang Theory, but you can bet your bottom dollar I've been watching them a little late, like an hour later these days. I will be watching next week's episode from the start to finish when it airs and not on my DVR. So you can put money on that. Another thing I liked about the episode was the interaction between Stuart and Denise. They have an interesting relationship. Howard and Bernadette are getting kind of tired of Stuart bringing her over every night of the week. We can all relate to that when we have somebody that has a significant other that comes to the house every night a week, but yet they're not chipping in for bills, whatnot. It's kind of annoying. But so anyway, they tell Stuart maybe they should go to her house, and they end up going to his house one night. And then she has a really interesting but creepy roommate named Mitch, who is somebody that I recognize from like True Blood and Dexter. But if they want to keep Big Bang Theory going with a different cast, he would definitely be a creepy nerd that they can add to it. So that was good stuff. Penny was good in the limited parts that she had this week. Is more focused on Leonard and his mother as expected. So I really enjoyed the episode. I think this was the best episode of this season. Definitely, as far as my score of the episode, I'm going to give it an 8.8 out of 10, with the expectation that next week I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Or I don't know if they're doing 2 separate episodes or 1 long episode. Whatever they're going to do, I'm hoping next week will be a solid 10 and that they end on a high note. As far as what Penny looked like in this episode, my score of Penny's a 9.4. Penny was delicious tonight. So there's the episode recap, the maternal conclusion. Really liked what they did with Miss Hofstadter, Leonard, Penny, Sheldon. Amy had a little role in this episode. But I really enjoyed this week's episode. I can't wait for next week, the series finale of The Big Bang Theory. It's been 12 long seasons. It's finally coming to an end. Of course, we still have young Sheldon. And I'm sure there's going to be some sort of sequel of Big Bang Theory, maybe focusing on different characters. So hope you all enjoyed the episode. If you want to leave a comment, that would be great. If you want to like or thumb up the video, depending on if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube. Or if you're watching it on both, leave a comment, like it, and thumb it up. That would be greatly appreciated. Let's get the discussion going. Let's talk about what we want to see on next week's episode. The rumor is there's going to be a lot of surprises, so hopefully it's a lot of surprises that we've been waiting for. I think Raj is going to hook up with one of his exes, that weird jerk girl that, I don't even remember her name, but she was weird, or the one that he had after her. One of them two. That's Smart Money's on one of them, but I could be completely wrong. So make sure you comment, make sure you thumb up the video or like it, and of course, I'll be back again soon with another. Peace.